website is actually different from that. All in own convenience. You just bring out your phone, you go to websites, and you check out what you want to buy from there. You just check and buy. Select the option and pay through. That's what an e-commerce website is. But let's see on this and commerce. Okay, while e-commerce represents buying and selling online, so especially in a large scale. So if we merge both of them together, we see that e-commerce is the activity of buying and selling online or through the internet. So this is amazing out of just going out of house to go get something from that your neighbor or from that favorite shop that I used to. But now bringing out your phones, going to a particular store and buying what you want to get from that online store. Now people will be like, how many people actually do this? That data. Now, e-commerce website is a platform where people can perform the activity of buying, can perform the activity of buying and selling online. All right. Now, so who needs an e-commerce website? So who needs an e-commerce website? People love convenience. So the best for every business owner, every service provider to do people. Okay, want to satisfy, massage their ego while they're patronizing your business. So e-commerce gives you that platform. Just make your customers be able to order your services from their house just by going to opening their browser, going to a link on their browser, and boom, they can buy your product or service. So anybody that has a product or service to sell, anybody that wants to sell to a wider audience from the online space, who is following? Can I get some reactions? I just want to see who is with me. And I get some more messages on the chat. So feel free to. I want you are with me. Okay. So I want to know you are with me. Thank you, Emmanuel. So that's not hard. So there are other advantages that come with having an e-commerce website. So low barrier to entry. You don't need to think about how to come up, get the line, and start setting things up. All you need is just online, the internet. See, life is not that hard. So, and you reach a wider audience. So you're not just limited to people on your streets. You're not just limited to people in your vicinity or people that even know you. So when you build a website, you can reach customers all over the world. You can be in Nigeria, having orders from people, especially if your service is even what you're selling is a service. See, having people buy from Asia, from New York, if you're in Africa, it's just global. It's just global in every sense. I wish this was the only. Let me even emphasize on this in case some. Let me not say lazy, but then persons like me that don't like too much stress. You don't have to think of going to open shop in the morning. And thinking of closing shop, packing all your things inside to go back home. So for an e-commerce website, your shop is open 247, and you don't have to leave the house to go and open it. Always open store is eternally open. All right. So these are several advantages of having e-commerce websites. So you still save money on overhead costs, and to improve your customer experience. So many advantages that comes with doing this. So many advantages that come with doing this. You can expand your products line without thinking of reinventing the whole wheel. All right. So how many people are really doing this thing? Is it possible? Is it like workouts they are doing something? So as it stands in 2020 online. So this part is exciting. I want to see who is following once more. Okay. So the number we have in the world is at 2.1 billion persons in the world actually use their phones. Thank you, former OJ. Actually use their phones to purchase things. Like when you're thinking of buying clothes, buying bags, while some other persons are going to look for a store, some people are picking up their phone. When I think of buying whatever they want to get, some people, the first thing that comes to mind is picking up their phones. Even me, for example, think of buying food, picking up my phone, pick up my food, Jumia Foods. Now, this has changed. This has changed how we used to understand things. This has changed how the post-pandemic area, and like things are going to actually continue rising this week. This number is going to increase over time, definitely. Out of every trip, not among that one around 3, you are actually alone. People will soon leave you. And number of online shoppers has been growing over the past 2 years. Thank you, Marcus. In 2021, the last fact we have on this, so the sale amounted to $5.2 trillion worldwide. The total amount of purchase made online. Okay, from last data we have on this so far. Now, $5.2 trillion was spent on this. That's heavy money being spent there. Now, going back to if you're in Nigeria, I want to specify based on Nigerian markets. We see that out of a total population of 206 million people, we have 76.7 million persons that are classified as online shoppers. Now, this is so important. So, am I even emphasizing on this? It's because, let me give you a quick tip. Okay, as a business owner, you have to always be smart to jump into the trend, observe where it's trending, and move. Because change is always constant. Things will not always remain the same. But the person that jumps into the trend early is the smart benefit he can get. So this trend is going to keep rising, like I said. So it's like a shift. And the people are learning to do this. Imagine out of 206 population, 76.7 million persons are online shoppers. So I don't know why you would have a business and you will not have an online. No, I just can't understand. I won't advise it because because you're losing out on some buyers. Not everybody. People are leaving the regular brick and mortar store way of going out to buy things. People are actually adapting to a new method of, as you can see, the facts here are staggering. So it's not something I would want any of us here to ignore. So in 2020, the number of online buyers. Please, can everyone still hear me? Can you drop a message, please?
Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead.
I want to be sure. Thank you. So in 2020, the number explain. It's projected to rise to 122.5 million by 2025. Now, let's see how this is like. How much specifically? So $1 billion expected to reach 75 billion in revenue per annum in 2025. Now, this is just so amazing, and with this alone, even if you don't have any products, you already be thinking of setting up your store on e-commerce. We think about if you're familiar with the e-commerce. Some of us here are not new. We've heard about e-commerce before. There are just several challenges like paying the developer, purchasing your hosting, purchasing your domain. Like, how do you even go about all those stuff? It's actually stressful. People don't even like learning. They're amazingly smart people. That's what some people think, or most people do. That's why my iShops came up with a solution, right, to help you out, which is what we're talking about now on how to get showing you how to do that, just giving you a very quick live demonstration simply into the midst of the presentation about how to get a free e-commerce website for your business. Aaron, my colleague will actually continue. I have to take up from here and continue the process.
All right, once again, welcome and thank you very much for joining this webinar. My name is Amarachi. And just like Chidera has rightly explained at the beginning of the webinar, this e-commerce has actually come to clear away a lot of problems, a lot of challenges we are facing in Nigeria. Just like he said, previously, 2020, it was all about COVID. Recently, we had to suffer cash loss and all that. A lot of businesses were shutting down. But with my iShop e-commerce website, you don't have to experience things like that. You don't have to experience all that because as you're sleeping, you're making money. As you're eating, you're making money. So I will further proceed and quickly create an account so that you could see. I'll be using Joy as Okay, always ensure that you don't give someone your password, because if you give someone your password, it makes you vulnerable to he or she hacking or making use of your system to do a lot of things he or she is not supposed to do. So ensure that your password is private to you, keep it safe, and something you should be able to remember at all times. Okay. Then what is your company information? Like you said, what do you prefer? What do your company there? You can just for this demo, I will actually be using a restaurant. So and the company I will be using, I'll say Joyce E3. Okay, that's the line of business. What's my location? Actually, I'm in Nigeria, so I'll make the location to be Nigeria, which is the country. You can always put the location where, because I could see from the meeting, we have people that joined us from UK, people that joined us from Australia. You're all welcome. You can always use my iShop from any location you want. Now, what's my state? Where do my would you say that my business is being run? My business, actually, for me, it's being run in Imo, or we can say, let's use Lagos, which is a busy town. So it's run in Lagos. My country code, which is 234. And then my phone number. All right, what is that address? Your head office, where your shop is located. It's actually going to help your customers be able to locate anytime they want to make orders, they want to order, or they want to have come to your business. So you put the address. You could use lot 5. Whatever is your company address. Now, when you say number of users to subscribe for, how many persons in your business or your shop would be making use of this application? Would you want, maybe in a situation where I have over 10 million staff, would you want a certain number of staff to actually use the applications? Now that's left for you. The number of users you want to give login details to, and they can access it. You now add the number. For me, I would love to say 3. 3 of my staff should be able to. Now, for referral code, were you actually referred by somebody were you told by someone about this company or about the website? Now you enter the referral code. If you weren't, or you saw it from somewhere else, you leave it blank. Then, yes, I would like to use iShop mobile and desktop POS to take customers' orders. Of course, everybody wants to do that because we want to make money at every given time. So you toggle that to be yes. Now, you're going to add your Facebook link. If you have one, you place it there, the Instagram link, so that whenever your customer clicks on any of the social media platforms, they can be able to access your company from any point or anywhere using their mobile app. Now, if you do not have, one thing about not adding any link here is, if you don't add a link, the system is going to generate one for you. But the link that the system will generate isn't going to be yours, because it's going to generate, you can't leave it blank, so it will generate the one from the company. Okay, so now the next one is, yes, I would like to use iShop e-commerce to expose my product. That is the major thing, or the major reason why an e-commerce is built. When you upload your products, do them in store, you want them to be viewed by a lot of people. So definitely you want to expose them. So you toggle that yes. Now, what is your bank? Like, like my colleague has said earlier, you enter your bank of choice. Mine is GTB, so I'll put an account name. The bank, your account number and account name you are putting in this app is actually a real one, where you could receive money anytime a customer makes orders. You could receive the customer's orders and payment as well. You don't have to put a dummy account details that will end up backfiring at you. Now, you said, yes, I would like to receive marketing communications regarding upset products and services. Anytime the company, which is our humble self, wants to market a product or wants you to market a product, we can always send you a notifications and all that. Now, select if you have a logo. Do you already have an existing logo by yourself that you want to upload? You select it, yes, you want. If not, if you leave it blank, the system is going to use your name or is going to generate a logo for you, and you hit use completely free. And then your shop is set up. Okay, immediately. Okay, this is what you see. Anytime you use an email address that has already been existing in the system, this is what happens. Now we'll go through it again and ensure that nothing was lost in the details, and we proceed to save. Now our account is fully created. All right, you could see registration is successful. Now the company funds your wallet with 5,000 that you could use to make sales. This isn't it so amazing that you have as much as 5,000 naira, 5,000 units in your wallet that you could make sales and take orders from customer. Yes, there are a lot of it in it. Now we will proceed and continue to set up our shop. How do we do that? Now, as you have created the shop, you now continue by logging in. Remember, always remember the username that you use. And your password, and you hit sign in, and the system automatically begins and sets you up. Your shop is open in just few seconds. How many of you were able to actually log in as you opened your shop? Can I get that from the chat? Hello, can someone hear me? All right, I will continue because of time. I believe everyone is with me. Now, immediately you log in, the system automatically takes you to what we call the setup page. This page ensures that you set up your business in the way and manner you should, or you want your business to be seen or accessible by your customers. Now, it takes you to what we call the units of measure. Of course, every business has a unit of measure. If it's a product, it has a particular amount or a measure to which you measure your product. If it is a service, of course, you have a way to which it is being measured. Now, because my company offers a product, I'll be using plates because it's a food, or let's say it's a restaurant. So I'll be using plates. I'll toggle plates as my own best used unit of measure, and then hit the next button. We go to the next one. Then the next one, the system asks you, what is the discount rate you want to use? Are you planning to offer your customers discounts in the process, or you wouldn't want to, or on special occasions you want to offer discounts to your customers? It's all left for you. The shop is yours. The business is yours. Anyhow you want to run it, it is all yours. If you want to offer a discount, you could see the system is suggesting to you different types of discounts you could see. As you can see, there are lots of discounts. Now, for me, I wouldn't want to offer a discount except on occasional situations. So I move to the next one, which is the VAT. Now, would you want to always attach a value added tax amount to every purchase made by your customer, or would you want to just leave it like that? For me, since I didn't add a discount, I would just say, okay, there's no tax added to it. I move to the next one. Now, where are the sales points to which I would want to upload my product or populate my product so that they can be seen. At first, for you to even have a product online, you should be able to have the product in store. That's the number one rule. For you to have a product online, don't forget that you must have the product in store, because if you don't have it in store, you can't be able to expose it online. So what do? I just toggle in store. And also, I would remember when we were signing up, the system asked if we would want to expose the product online. Of course, yes. So I will toggle that, a yes, the online. Then I move. Don't forget, the system is storing every details to which you have added to it. It's saving it. You don't have to come back to do them, except if you're unable to do them right now during the setup. You can always do them later. So in some of our subsequent videos, I will tell you how to do that. But it is most preferred, and it is recommended you carry out these procedures the moment you log in as a first user. Now, because it's a restaurant, what would I be selling? Actually, in my restaurant, I will be selling food. I will be selling drink. I'm going to be using this tool tonight. Then I move to the next one. Subcategories. The system asks you what are the subcategories you want. And if it's for those that run services, you know how you categorize whatever product or service you do. It asks you that. So because I toggled the category from what the system recommended for me, I seem not to like what the system is presenting as a subcategory. I can proceed, continue, and add that later. Now, I do a next, or I select and add it now. The system takes you to this module we call the stock and product module. Now, this is where you add your products one by one. All the necessary details you need for the product, you add them here. Now, for me to add the product, before I proceed to add the product, remember I didn't complete my setup. I will go to the module we call the system setting. I click on it. It brings different other sub-modules under it. We have the product setting, the other settings, the application settings. All these are all modules the system has created for you to enable easy access for you to use our system. I toggle to the product setting because that's where actually I want to work on. You could see automatic setup. Once you click on this, it takes you back to the page to which the system pulled you when we logged in for the first time. Now, because we want to do subcategory, we click on the subcategory sub-module, and we enter the category of choice to which we want the system to display to our customers. Now, for you to do that, you could see above here, there are different buttons. You could see the add button. It's used to add a subcategory, or it could be used to anywhere you see add in the system. It means it requires you to put in a new service or a new product or a new module you want to put by yourself. Now, when you see archive, it means, oh, I don't want this particular product or service here again. Let me keep it for further notice. I'll bring it out later. You just archive it. The system makes it very easy for you. You don't lose them. You just archive them. Now, if you want to view anything that you add in a grid form, now there are two ways to view a product, to view a category. You can either view it via grid or you view it through list. Now, when you toggle that, the system shows it to you. Now, this is the filter. You want to look for something and you cannot start looking for 1,000 stocks inside your system. What do? You just click on the filter button, and the system does what? Ask you, how do you want to look for the product you are looking for or the category you are looking for? Very simple. You just add it and the system pulls it up for you to be the first. And then that's all. Do you want to print out the information in a particular section? Very easy. Connect your printer to your system or your phone and click on the print button. The moment you do that, hit it. It's already printing from your system. You want to export the file using, the system is designed to export files using PDF, using CSV, or even Excel. So whichever way you want to export a particular thing or a particular module or image or products or services, the system has it ready for you at all times. Only what it needs is give me a command, and then at the flip of your hands, you are done. So let's add the category because of time. Let's quickly do that. I click on add. Now, because I already have a category in the system already, but what I don't have is a subcategory. You could see the system has stored whatever setup I did during this, whatever category I did during the setup. I'll just click it. It's food. Let's quickly add food. Now, what do I want to be the subcategory? I think a rice dish will be fine. I will hit save. The moment you add whatever you want, you hit save. And then the system adds that for you immediately without wasting time. If you want to keep adding as much as you want, you can do that. But because of time, I would, okay, let me add two, and then now we proceed. You can also add for drink. The system does that for me. Which drink would I want? I want a beverage. So when my customer come, at least when they eat, they can take any soft drink of choice. I have them set in my system already. Now let's go back to add the product. It's a very simple procedure to do. To add the product, what do I need to do? I just have to come, click on the add button. Now it brings me to this page where I have to add a new product. Remember during setup, we talked about sales points. Where would you want your products or services to be showcased? First, I told you, always remember I said, it must be in store for you to expose it online. Now, when you toggle this, it says online or in store. Is everyone with me? Can I get response, feedback, so that it doesn't look as if I'm the only one here? Can I get feedback? All right, I could see that. Yes, thank you very much. Hope I'm not too fast. All right. Okay, we'll proceed. Now we have the sales point, which is online. We also have the sales point, which is in store. Now, if for instance, tomorrow I want to have a third shop or a third sales point, what do I need to do? I don't want to go through the long process of going to my system settings, product setting, and undergoing that. I'll just come to the stock and click add. The plus button, which is add. The pen button or your pencil button means edit. And then I'll come here right away, very easy, and add the sales points to which I want. And I continue. See, I've actually reduced the stress of doing what? Going through the other side. But at your convenience, you can also do that. Now, because we don't want to add, I'm going to cancel and then we continue. We move to the next one. You can see the system is asking you category. Which category would I want my products to be? Which category? Is it a drink? Is it a beverage? Is it whatever it is that you have already assigned? The system stores it immediately for you and pulls it out. Now, if it is a drink, we toggle that drink. The same scenario you applied here is the same you can always do for all of them, from sales point to category to subcategories, units of measures, and this kind as well. Now, what is the subcategory? Because we only added one subcategory to drink. We only have beverage. If you add 1,000 subcategories to a category, if you attach it to it, you have those thousands lined up for you. The system gives it to you. All you want is give me a command and I'll do it for you. Now, the units of measure, what do you want to, because it's a restaurant, I sell in food in plates. But because it's a drink, my units of measure is supposed to be what? It's actually supposed to be in bottle. So we could quickly do what? Add a bottle to it. I don't want it to go back and say, I didn't do this like this, we did like this. So carefully, if you have questions, throw the questions to me. We'll always go back and continue. We don't want anybody missing out. So if you have a question, always call my attention and I'll come back to it. All right, you see, we already have a bottle in it. It's a beverage, so it's in a bottle or it can be in a can. Now, I said I don't want a discount, so I toggle it 0. No discount, except on special occasions. Now, what is the VAT? Is this actually a service? No, of course, it's a drink, so I cannot say it's a service. I will leave it as a no. Is this a drink? Yes. Now, I want to show you something. The fields marked as star are required fields. It means for you to enter anything to the system and save it, any field marked as a star must, it's a compulsory, you must do what? Fill in that field. Now, if you check very well, you see that the system already identifies the fact that it is a drink. So for me not to skip it, the drink button is what? Is already showing me that it is what? A drink. So I have to toggle it as yes, it is a drink. Do I want it sold at time? Do we really sell food at time in restaurants? Yes. Restaurants, there are sometimes you go to restaurants, there are certain restaurants you will go to, you don't find this particular meal at the time you go. So you just, however you want the system to look for you, it's as simple as that. You just do that. You toggle that yes, because me in my restaurant, if you come by 3 p.m., let's say my drinks are finished or my customers have. Now, would I want a delivery? Would I want to deliver to my customers outside, those that would place orders with their phones from their homes? Of course, I think I want to, because I want extra money. All of us want extra money, actually. Now, does the drink have an expiring date? If your product has an expiring date, you enter it into the system so that your customers or the people that will come into your shop will actually see when it is expiring. But if you don't, you leave it as is. As you could see, it's not marked as required. Now we proceed. What is the item name I want to give to this drink? Oh, since it's a drink, let me call it Pepsi. It's a drink. So Pepsi is fine. Now, what is the identifier number? This is actually a number that you generate by yourself. That anytime a customer places an order, you use the identifier number to identify which order has been made by the customer. Are you all with me? Are you all with me?
No,
So
please take it again.
Please. Okay, take it again.
Because I can see name of item name Pepsi. Are you saying that when you see the order, you're not going to be seeing Pepsi?
You would actually be seeing the Pepsi, but to make it very simple and easy too, an identifier number will pull it out for you very fast. You would see the item name, you will see the identifier number as well. Did I answer your question?
Okay, so that the file number is like a reference number you can use to, go
Yes,
by.
yes. The identifier number is more like an advanced way of you actually knowing the particular product, because you may have Pepsi yellow, Pepsi blue, Pepsi red. Now, the system already has all those Pepsi stored in it. Now, an identifier number differentiates which type of Pepsi is this customer ordering for.
It also depends on what you're selling as well. You could also use it as a version, or if you have the same product from a similar product from different suppliers, you could use an identifier number to actually identify that product. So identifier number is more like a unique reference number to a product. So you decide what you want to use as your identifier number.
Do you understand?
Okay, that's fine.
All right. I'll proceed. For me, I will choose my identifier number to be PP1. This can be my identifier number. And then, do you have a barcode for this particular product? You can always add the barcode. If you don't have it, you can proceed. Now we move to the next one, which is the overview. Someone will ask me, why is the overview not having a field marked required? Now, the reason is it can be optional for Mr. A and optional and compulsory for Mr. B. It is whichever way you intend to put the overview. But we recommend that for your customer to actually see how the product is, to see what details or more details about the product, you add an overview. It's just a very short one. It may not be up to 500 words, just a concise overview for your customer to see it. You know, a lot of people, when they go online and then they see a general overview, say, oh, I think I want this product because it's doing like this or it's like that. Now, just put a quick overview to it, however you want, just a very short word. We know that Pepsi is very cool, so I could just use it. It's the list continues, but because of time, I'll be using Pepsi is cool and amazing as my overview, and then we proceed. Now, the next one, is there a special note you would want? Is there a special note you want to attach to this product? Do you want the product to be, maybe you want to say, very chill, whatever special note you want to attach to it. A lot of people have different statements or different sentence they want to attach to a particular product. You add that, you put the special note. Now, what's the price you want to sell this product at? You choose a price. I would like to sell my Coke at 250 Naira. And then what is the available quantity you have in your store? Now, if you have up to 1,000, you just add the available quantity to 1,000. Just add the number as 1,000. Okay, I'll be using 100. I have as many as now. The stock lower limit. What is that limit that once you get your stock or product or services get to, the system sends you a notification, will alert you, because most of the time we'll be carried away with taking orders, doing deliveries, attending to customers and all that. We may not even know that we have run out of stock. Now, this system is designed to even tell you, please, you need to restock. The product, this particular product has run out of stock. The system does that for you, as simple as. So what is that? Okay, if you tell the system to remind you once my product is 10, the system, once the product in your that is available in your shop runs to 10, the system starts sending you a notification that what happened. Okay, how do you avoid duplicate identifier number since it's manually assigned? That's very good. You can avoid duplicate identifier number, just like my colleague said. It's a choice. If you have added one, you can choose to start from 1 to 1 million. So you know that once you add Pepsi, a PP1 into the system,
Can I contribute to that one, Amara?
All right.
So identifier numbers are like batch numbers or codes to your product. So a group of products can have the same identifier numbers. So the identifier numbers don't necessarily need to be unique because they are not serial numbers and they are not like the product ID. The product ID is assigned automatically by the system, and you would only be able to see that product ID once you've created the product. So that maintains the uniqueness, but the identifier number can be repeated depending on how you codify your products. Thank you.
All right. I hope that answered your question. Okay, let's continue. Now, the next is the stock upper limit. At this button, the system requires you to add the limits to which your product, whenever it gets, it can exceed that. Meaning, once you want the system to always, upon creation, you say, oh, I want my Pepsi. The highest limit I could ever ask this Pepsi should be 500. once you add that and you come back anytime you run out of stock and you want to add, you can't add above your upper limit, because the system will always remind you that you have arranged it in a way that you do what? It has recognized the fact that the highest upper limit can be this or that. Now, we proceed to the next one. Do you always want to sell online or on e-commerce? Oh, yes, definitely. I want to sell online. All right. Then we add the highest upper limit we want, and then we proceed. Then would you want to sell it online? Yes. But because I would always want to expose my product online, I would advise to leave it as no. I will tell you why in the next slide. Then, would I want to upload an image of this product? Of course, yes. How would my customers see the image, the product, if they don't see the image? So I'll toggle that to be what? Yes. And I hit the save button. And then the system saves it for you instantly without you wasting time. It's taking a bit time. It's not the system, actually. It's Nigerian network. So let's just deal with the network a little bit. So once the system has created a product for you, it stores it, and then all these modules by your left are all modules you could use to access the system at all times. You could see from the, while we wait for the network, let me quickly explain all this. Now, you see the first module is the logout. Now, if you don't want, you are through with what you want to do with the system and you want to log out, you just hit the logout button. Now, the dashboard, this is actually where you see the different analytics of how your business is being run. If you have several employees, like I said before, which of your employees logged in, the users that logged in, how many times you have logged in, the products you have, the total number of products. We'll see that once the network is back. I'll show you all those. Now, we now move to iShop website. This is actually a place where you could go and see more about your iShop, the website that takes you to the iShop. Now, my online shop is actually where you see your products exposed online. You see them, your customers see them, and they make purchase from it. Now, mark an attendant, mostly, it's more like, we could just say, let's use a scenario where I have staff. I use it to mark attendance of my staff that were present or that entered into the system, that logged in. I use it to know, oh, Ada came to work today. Oh, Jibola came to work today. Use it to mark an attendance. Now, for watch orders, this is where the module where you have to watch how the orders made on the system all go. When you click on the watch order, it's going to give you a list of all the products that your customers has ordered. And when you click on a particular product, it now takes you to have you served the product? Is it ready? Have you dispatched the product? Is it completed? That's it. This is where you watch how your orders are being taken or are being made. Now, the kiosk and POS, this is actually the place where you could make sales. These can be used in your store, for your physical store. Now, we know very well, we told you this is an e-commerce. You see, you can make money while you're online and make money while you're offline as well. Your business is running online and you are offline, but using your physical shop. Even if you don't have the physical shop, you're also running a business as well. Doesn't it support blogs? Actually, the system has social media platforms where you could do those things. If you were there at the beginning, you could see the Facebook, the Twitter, and Instagram. You add all those social media platforms, and then everybody on your media, all of them begin to see your product and all time. Then we move to the next one, payables and receivables. Now, who do you owe? The system has every capability to tell you who you are owing. You enter it and it will remind you there's somebody you are owing. You have to go and pay maybe your distributors, maybe your delivery personnel and all that. Now, who is owing you are receivables. The system also have the capacity to tell you who is owing you, at what time they are owing you, and the due date as well. Now, self-delivery. The system also have the ability. This is a module where you have any delivery that you make. Your customer makes orders online, you deliver to them, you view them. And this, once it is delivered, very simple, the system stores it. Once you have gone and delivered to the doorstep of your customer, the system picks it that you have delivered completely. Now, sales item delivered, that is just like I said, once you have done your delivery and it's a success, because you would be doing your delivery. You will not ask, how would you do delivery, and the system will know. Good. You will go there. Once the thing is delivered, a code is sent to the staff, or a code is sent to the customer. Now you use your app to scan the code or the email, and it is delivered. Now, what are sales return? Are they products that your customers returned? Are they things that your customers return? What you will enter them into the system. Those are your sales returns. Now, sales order. The moment you make an order from this, a customer makes an order, the system automatically stores it. Whether the order was made online or the order was made in store, the system automatically stores the order for you. Now, just as Nigerian network is really fun. Let me refresh so that we don't have to waste too much time. Just as we are in the stock and product, once you are through adding a product, you will see that the product will begin to show, and we proceed with products online. As you can see, these are different products that we have added. You begin to wonder, how did she add this now? My team are also working hand in hand with me. Just like I've taken you around the steps in adding them. So as I was explaining, then you expose the products online. By doing this, how do you expose products online? I told you that we'll come back to it because we did not toggle that yet. Now, when you click on a product like this, you click on a product, you see the arrow pointing down, you click on it. Now, you could see these same buttons above. You could see them here, right? The ad, you could even copy the product if you want. The system allows you to copy and make a copy of the product. Maybe you don't want to start adding and adding. You can copy the product, change the name because maybe they are similar. You change the name and you proceed. Now, for the more, you want to view more about this product. When you click on the more, the system shows you all the more product, all the things entitled to the system, the stock quantity, all those ones that could not enter here, they will all be seen at the more page. Now, do you feel like you want to change this particular product from this to that? Or maybe you want to change the name, you want to change the identifier number, you want to change whatever it is, you do a click on the change button and it is done. Do you want to remove this product? Yes, sometimes you feel like, oh, I don't want this product again. I think I want to remove it. You click on the remove button. Now, a lot of us is going to have issues in future when your customers begin to buy and you want to remove it, you don't want them to see it again. It's very simple. Archive it and keep it there. It's not totally, we advise that you don't remove your product so that you don't end up and saying, I've removed it now. How would I find all the things? You can archive it and keep it safe for yourself. When you want it, you go back to the archive page and pick it up there. Now, upload picture. Just like when you toggle yes, I want to upload picture. Once you click on it, on the button, it takes you to upload picture. Sell online. This is the part I want to explain most importantly. You just click on the sell online. Automatically, the system duplicates this product and sells it online without wasting time. The product is what? Is sold online. And it begins to be visible for your customer to do what? To access or use. Now let's proceed. Let me quickly also run over this module. And then we have also the customer sections. This is where you see your customers, you see their details, everything that entails with your customers. Now, these are the different employees. You can profile the employees in your company, in your shop, whatever it is, in your business. You profile the employee. Now, do you have a code? You can always scan the code using the system. Now, sales reports. A lot of us want to know, especially the big companies or the big shops or stores. We want to know how our business is being run. The system helps you to generate reports. If you want it to generate hourly, the system will generate it. Just add the date, the time, and the system will generate it. So easy and very quick. It generates the report for you. Now, this is the sales report, which the system generates for you. The shift sales report. Sometimes the employee that is on duty now, from now to this time, after now, she closes, Jibola comes in. Now you can see reports. Oh, this is Jibola sales for today based on shift. Anytime date reports, just like the name implies, anytime and any day. So you could get your reports as well. Now the next one is the CRM. This is what we call the customer relation management. Now, this is the module that manages your customers and everything that entails your customers. The customers, what are the account type they used to sign in, the complaints, credit payments, and what have you. Even your customers' feedback, you get them on this module. Then these are the delivery you make. Now, orders for delivery. This is orders that will always pop out that is yet to be delivered, items to be delivered. Now, your customer addresses. These are addresses which your customer has created, which you have and have a delivery to be delivered to them. Now, cities we deliver to. What are the places and locations to which you will want to make a delivery to? Because I'm sure a lot of us won't want to make a delivery to a place where it's not safe due to insecurity. So ensure that you let the system know the delivery cities or locations to which you offer your delivery. And once that happens and your customer is making a purchase online, the customer sees the particular cities or location to which you can deliver. So if his delivery address doesn't fall on that, or where he lives doesn't fall, that doesn't really prevent the customer from taking your ordering from your shop. Instead, the customer has to choose from where is close to him or her. Then what are the methods you want to deliver? Some of us will want to do a pick. Some of us have a shop where we sell or we don't. Would you want a junction to which you do a pickup? You want a delivery to be picked up at a particular spot, you add them there. Do you offer home delivery? You add it there and include the charges as well. The system allows you to do that. Now, you can also view your delivery status. Now, you can add them into the system by yourself, the delivery status. You view them. Now, the next one is the system setting. In this module, like I've told you before, we've seen the product setting. The next one is the order setting. How would you want it? Automatic. Once you click the automatic setup, it allows you or shows you a way to set your order, the status to which do you want it in transit? Is it going to be delivered? Once an order is in transit, the system knows it's in transit. Once it's completed, the system knows it is completed. Now, other events. You want to track when your delivery man is actually close has already delivered to your customer. Now, those are other events. Now, what is the payment mode you want to always receive your product, your payment from? You always add, you want to pay online, card bank. Normally, Nigerians will also want a transfer. We can also do cash or what have you. You can always add it there. Now, bank accounts, like the system says, you will add bank accounts at early stage when we're setting up. We add bank accounts, and then order type, the serve point. What would you want to always serve? What would you want the system to pick up as a serve point? If it is an order taken from online, the system will also see it as an online order. If it was taken from in-store, which is from the kiosk and POS, the system will also see that as well. Now we'll move to the next one, which is the application setting. Now I'm going to actually show you a little about this. Now in this settings, the system allows you to put a banner of choice. You know, the first thing, most of us, how many of us use e-commerce website? When you go to a new e-commerce website or a marketplace online, the first thing you see that attracts you to that particular website is actually the colorful banner that is in the website. That's the first thing. And it makes your shop look very enticing and attracting to your customers. By the time you put a banner very switching, and the customer comes like, I want to shop from this place. I like this thing that the person is doing or saying, or the person is providing to us, offering to us. So you just click on the add button. Anything you want to do, this system is very, very simple and accessible. It allows you, and it's very understandable. You don't need to go to school. You don't even need to be a developer. You don't even need to go and pay somebody 1 trillion naira to build this domain and website for you. You just have to, even the layman in the village can use the system. It's very self-explanatory. Now the system takes you to this page where you have to add the banner position, the category to which you want to attach your banner to, the subcategory to which you want to attach this banner to, the stock. Do you want this banner to be showing from this date to another this date? You add it. If you don't want to leave it like that, it will forever remain like that. The description of what that banner is talking about. What is the title you want and other details? Now, call to action simply means how would you want what do you want to tell them to do? It's you telling your customer to do something. Order now, pay now, shop now, shop here. Those are what we call the call to action. Because of time, we'll keep proceeding, but I'm going to explain the whole module. So as you are profiling your own, it will be very, very easy for you. Now, I want to say something before it skips my mind. For every image uploaded into the system, for your stock and product image, because there's always a picture to be uploaded, we are recommending 300 by 300 for those of us that are using a computer to do their uploads. Now, if you are using your mobile phone, you have to crop the picture to a size and maintain that size. Now, if you crop a picture to a particular size and you maintain it, the system looks beautiful because it has that particular picture maintained to it. If you're using a computer to set up your business, you can resize the picture using 300 by 300 pixels. It makes your product image look very beautiful and uniformly kept. So that's it. But for the banner, that's for stock and products. For banner pictures, because 300 by 300 is going to look very, very small. So we recommend you use 850 height and the width to be 320, so that the length will be it will look very attractive to your customers whenever they come in. Then for your phone, we always advise that you crop your picture to a larger portion, so that whenever you upload it, it also looks very attractive. You don't even need to look for someone that is very technical or someone that is more exposed to do some of these things. The same way you chat on Facebook and you upload pictures for people to see, that's the same way you do it. You don't need you don't need anything technical to run or even use the system. So we'll go to the next one. That's before I forget, that's it. Now, the company, this is once you have created a shop or own a company, the system stores your company details in it, and you could see that. Now, become verified. This is one thing you must do for your system. I know that how many of us have tried uploading pictures on our products? I want to see that in the comments. How many of us have tried? As we're talking, how many of us? Can I get feedback? How many people have tried uploading pictures? Nobody? Does that mean no one is following me? I'll continue when I get feedback. Oh, good.
We are.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, no problem. I believe you will do that once the meeting is over. Okay, let's continue. When you try to, maybe someone has tried, when you try to upload your product and then you go online, I expose it like I told you, you would not see that product online. The reason is that the system wants to know who is uploading or who owns this company, so that we don't end up, or you don't end up, your customer don't end up shopping from fraudsters. We don't want fraudsters. We want, the system wants to know who. So the system asks you, or requires, if you go to your once you try and you go online, it's going to tell you to that you are unverified yet. So until you are verified, before the system automatically are there. Now, what is the verification all about? The system requires you to put a CHC document. Now, if your company is registered, it's very necessary so that your customers will see how reliable and trustworthy you are. You have to upload your CSC certificate. If you don't have a CSC for small business owners, then you have to upload an identification card that is showing who you are. It may be an ID card for those outside Nigeria, or it can be, for those in Nigeria, it can be an NIN, it could be your voter's card, it could be your driving license, whatever ID card that specifies or identifies your location. The system wants it to upload it so we could see. Now, the proof of address, it could be where we want to really know that when we come to this place, or when customers make order and tomorrow and begin to complain, when we come to this place, we should be able to find this person. It can be your home, but we want to, the system wants a proof of address document uploaded for verification. And once you upload that document, automatically in 5 minutes, you are verified. It's very easy. Thank God for technology. As easy as the company verifies immediately if you are actually, what would I say? Yes, I love the KYC part. Thank you very much. That's just, we have to, because we need to know who and who is with us and who is against us. Most importantly, the world is so insecure, so we need to be careful. So the system automatically, immediately verifies you. The company verifies if it is reliable or not, and then your product begins to show online. Very, very easy. Now you could see, like I told you before, the dashboard. You could see I have 20 products in my POS already. That's in my installs. I've not taken orders. I've not sold. The system also have if immediately an order is made, the system generates its invoice and gives to you, and it sends to you. It sends to the customer immediately without wasting time. It doesn't take time. It sends him an email and it sends him an SMS. So the system is a very powerful tool that has come to ease your stress. It has come to remove loads of troubles for us at this time. You could see, I don't have a customer yet until I have a customer registered to me, or a customer that has logged in and signed in and made purchase. You'll see it appearing here as customer. Now, do I have credits? Who is owing me? I don't. It's just a new shop, so I don't. So these are my total products. It's just me. I've not populated a new user, which is my staff. I've not added anybody. The attendance is just today now. It's now. So it's marked like that. So this is how the system looks like. Now, how many times am I logged? Because my teams are logging in as well. You could see that it's 4 times I've logged in. So the system tells you at each different time what is being done. Now, for that is for the become verified. Now, your account details, like I said earlier, must be an account to which you would receive. Ensure you don't make mistakes so that you don't lose your money. So check the account number again and do it, then ensure that it is it. And the moment you are being credited by a customer that ordered, your money immediately and instantly, it doesn't even stay 20. This one Nigerian bank is doing, but we believe that we will improve. So it doesn't waste time and you get credited into your account immediately. Now, just like I said earlier, the time and attendance, this is used to monitor how your business are being run, with which employees on shift, the rate multiplier, How often do you use it? The rota period. Do you create your employees on shifts? Maybe you put them 12 to 6. This person is on shift. 3 to this person is on shift. So that's the rota period. And then we have the employee setting. Yes, the customer must, sorry, let me quickly take his question. The customer must log in before he or she can buy. No, he or she can actually add things to cart, log in and buy. If you did not log in, how would you buy? That's the first thing. The customer has to log in so that we'll know if it is a robot that is actually ordering our product. So the customer must log in to actually pay. He or she can log in. You have to log in, add things to cart, buy, and so that all of us, so that you can get your money, most importantly. Thank you very much, Lucky. And then this is, like I said, the employee setting. Now, this is for the user setting. How many profile users do you want to do? Your account settings. Now, do you want to access the logs and the audit on how your system is being run? Now, the cookies. Normally, for every application, there's always a cookie. So the cookies are there, the feedback. Now, the last view pages, they're all very, very explanatory. Now, if tomorrow you forgot your password and you want to actually change the password, you don't need to come to this page because it won't let you log in once you put an incorrect password. So on the dashboard, you could see where we call, once you want to log in, it takes you to in the dashboard below the password, you will see forgot password. Just click on it and it shows you what next. Okay, so we'll refresh the page, you know how our Nigerian network can be at all times so that we don't get stuck at a particular page. So this is basically what the basics and the simple thing our e-commerce website is offering you. You don't need to start looking for how to do this thing. It's very simple, very easy, and uniquely amazing to even share to people. All you need to do is just copy your ID here, which is at the dashboard. Once you copy it straight up, send it to your customers. They use it to log in and create they have access to your shop. You don't even need, and the most amazing part of it is that Uptech even helps you to show customers you don't even know that your shop is in existence. I can be a customer from another, and I'll just log in as using a customer account, and it takes me to all the whole shops. You are unable to see it because this is your own particular shop, so you're unable to see other people's shops. Now, I think our network is breaking me. This is how your online shop would look like the moment you expose your products online. I'm very sorry about this network that is breaking my images that's supposed to appear. Now, your images will appear here just the way you are seeing them. Your products begin to slide. Now, you could see the system is even telling you, you don't have your own company advert banner. You need to add that one. The system signifies to you. Now, the reason why you could see me, you could see my own shop now, is because the company at the snap of hand has already verified my account immediately without even wasting time. And that's why I could sell online and my customers can see that. Okay, so this is all and more. With time, we'll also share a video of all this process step by step because I know that I've said a lot and some of us are confused. Don't worry, we got you covered at all given time. With time, we'll send you videos, we'll upload videos of how to do all these things step by step. For this particular event, I would love to close the seller page and quickly run the customer aspect. If you permit me, should I proceed? I want to get your feedback. Should I proceed so we could kill time? Is there a question before that?
Hi, I've got a quick question. Can you hear
All
me?
right. Question. I could take
Hi,
that.
this is Calvin from Vertex Adept. So I do like, I love the colors and the images and the simplicity of the journey is very logical. When you had this network issue and the images weren't showing properly, that doesn't stop the transactions, does it? It doesn't impede the transactions. It's still able to handle itself. Because we have to be realistic. I know that sometimes network problems do happen. So, in as much as the images didn't come up, right now, as you demonstrated this, it didn't affect the journey. You still could execute that customer journey, right? So it wasn't a problem.
Sorry, can you take that again?
So when you were executing that and the images were not showing, it didn't affect the functionality of the software of the app itself. It kept on working. So
yes,
if you don't have good network, it's still you can still work with it, right?
Yes, you can still work with it.
Okay. And also I was also I mean maybe towards the end I might ask you another question around the hand holding, because there's a lot of capabilities you've shown us, and it'd be nice to see how I can get support when I take on the product. So there'll be that conversation around post sales support. Thanks a lot. Cheers.
Okay, no problem. Okay, so let's proceed to the seller section. Now, your friends around who want to actually who actually want to shop from you. They want to see the different, you told somebody, I own an e-commerce site, so, and I need it to be I need you to shop from it. And you could see, this is where your customers begin to see your different shops. Now, as much as all of you sets up or registers or subscribes to this, all your shops and department stores, they all come up to the iShops immediately without even you. And then your customers begin to see them. You don't even need to have plenty talking. Our website does the talking for you. All you need to do is do your populating, do your profiling, and then the website does it. And then you sit at home and begin to enjoy a lot of it. Now, I will quickly run over the customer aspect. Now, I want to sign up as a customer. This is for some of us that would love to shop from other shop or shop from the market, the website itself. I'll just have to sign up as a buyer because I'm buying this time around. Remember, the first one was sign up as a seller, and this is sign up as a buyer. Now, the system has 3 sign-ups. We have sign up as a customer, sign up as a buyer, and sign up as a buyer, sign up as a seller, and sign up as a reseller. Now, for reseller accounts, you don't have to actually own a particular shop. In fact, you don't have to own a product before you own a shop. Our e-commerce website provides you, assist you. What you need to do is just send people your referral link or your own ID, and then they come to the e-commerce shop. And they put your ID. You get paid because they shopped from this shop, and you get your own bonus for them using your referral codes to make a shopping. Now we'll just quickly do that. Use a username to be Gladys. And then what's my email? You quickly write your email. Now, what is the password? Of course, like I said earlier, your password should be something you should remember and always keep at all times. Let's say my name is Chidera Gladys, and my mobile number now, because I'm in Nigeria, the phone code, then I hit create account. As I go, the account is created. I'm already a customer. to this. So all I need to do is, there must be something that came up. So by the time you hit on that and do create, it's a very simple technique. You create it as soon as possible. You don't even have to start having issues of your customer just they did not see this to do. They did not. It's very simple. The customer just have to create the account and they proceed. So this is how to do for the customer. Then if you also want to do for a reseller, if you want to become a reseller, you could just click on the reseller account that's become an agent, and then it gives you a particular detailed form to fill, just like you did previously. You enter every detail.
I have a question. When somebody, when you finish profiling your shop, how do you send your customers the link?
All right. All you have to do is copy this link with an ID that already has, okay, let me log in as myself, and then I show you how to do it. Now, if you look properly at my screen, you could see my iShop.com RMS SaaS shop index. My ID number is 195. Now, this is an ID, a number that is assigned to only me. All I have to do is copy that link and I send it to my customer. Now, by the time they enter that link, it takes them directly to my iShop, and then they begin to shop. Did I answer your question? I believe I was able to answer your question.
Yes, thank you.
All right. Okay, so that's the simplest way to actually send an ID or send your details about your company to your customers, and then they shop from it, they shop from iShop, and it's very, very easy and secure. So you could be sleeping and as well making your sales, like I said earlier, very simple. So that's basically how to set up or how to get an e-commerce shop in just a click of hand. I think we've spent quite a number of time. And I'm losing lots of my participants already. Okay, I think at this point, I'll take questions. So if you have a question.
I don't have any questions really. I wrote questions down on paper, but you answered all of them. So thank you very much. I wrote about 6 questions and you've answered them as you ran us through the demo. So really, thank you so much. It's a very nice product. Thanks.
I'm glad, sir. Is it possible? Someone asked a question. Okay, I'm reading that. Is it possible that the ID bears the name of the business? Now, if you want to upload a document that has what would they say, a company document.
Okay, let me take this question if it's okay.
All right, sir, you can proceed.
Yes, so it's possible for the website link to have the name of the business, but we chose to use IDs because they are more user-friendly. So because if you happen to want to go directly to your shop, in order for you to send your customers your e-commerce website link, it is personally a bit more difficult for you to construct that using the name instead of the shop, because if you wanted to use name, you could just use the name with or without spaces. So, but if you design the system to use spaces, then some people could try to do that without spaces. So, but if you're using numbers, it's simpler, it's more user-friendly. That way you can't make a mistake. I don't know if I'm able to answer the question.
Hello, thank you very much. I think you answered my question, but I'm not satisfied.
Okay, so
Hello?
what's making you not satisfied? As in, is it that having your name in the URL is better than
Yes,
just having a number?
yes.
Okay, the
I
system
think this,
supports, sorry, let me come back there. The system supports you to use your own domain name.